Wilson Tarpe here from My Mind on Sports. Post game, you guys had a very long day. It's finally over. What you guys think? How do you think the event went?
I think it was an awesome day. I'm very happy for Chris and the turnout that came out. But most importantly, I think we really told a story about MS and really made people aware of MS. And I think that in itself is a success.
Chris?
I think it went well. I think the whole event, with the MS chapter coming out here, the DC chapter, and Dreammakers played a major role in this, as well as the clinic went very well. The high school game was very competitive, and the last game went really well too. So it was a good occasion. A lot of people came out. A lot of people learned about MS. A lot of people with MS were here as well. So the event went well.
Speaking about MS, that's what the day's about. Especially your success with it, other people dealing with it. I gotta ask you, when you found out that your son had MS, had you had any idea what MS was prior to him coming down with the condition?
Peripherally, I really didn't know what MS was. I knew, it was a disease, but after researching it, I really learned more about it, and it was depressing hearing what it really was, what it is. But then we met doctors, and we found that Chris can continue to have a normal life. So we went from, a really dark place, but to a really bright place, and now this is a result of that brightness.
All right, Chris, got to ask you, when you find out, it had to be devastating news already, but just, if you could tap into that place, just tell me what it was like that when you found out, you had it.
Honestly, when I found out, I didn't know what it was. To be honest, I didn't know what MS was. So, but once I read up on it and I saw the negative, just a negative connotation that was, associated with it, it really kind of caught me off guard. But I stayed positive, and I continued to do what I always do, and we came up with a plan, and we just went from there.
I want to congratulate you guys on a wonderful event, and I have to ask, Chris, what about the free throws?
Missed it, man. It's been a long day, that's all. I'll be back. Hey, that means y'all got to come back for next year. That's all.
All right, thank y'all.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Wilson Tarpe here from My Mind on Sports. I'm sitting here talking with Jeff Green here at Chris Wright's first MS event. Obviously you couldn't play, it's kind of a bummer, but you still showed up. Tell us why you felt the need to make sure that you came out here and support Chris.
Chris is a great friend of mine. I've known him since he was young, played DC Assault. But a good close friend of mine, battling something that's, severe as MS, it was a no-brainer for me to come out and support to, help his foundation out. So, it was a no-brainer for me.
All right, when you found out that Chris had MS, what was that like for you? Were you familiar with that?
I was not. At the time, I was not. But, I know it attacks your nervous system, and, I learned much about it when, he got it. So I'm just glad that he's, doing a lot better now, and he's able to still play the game that he loves.
All right, well, Jeff, enjoy the rest of your offseason, man. Thank you. Appreciate it. Wilson Tarpe here for My Mind on Sports, standing here with Mr. John Wallace. Came out today for Chris Wright's first MS event. Why did you feel the need to make sure that you're out here?
I've known Chris, since he was in high school, and to see a guy with so much ability, to go through what he's had to go through. I think it's even more amazing that he hasn't missed a beat. He's still been working out, and still he looks good out there playing, so the fact that he's bringing awareness to it and helping out youth and helping out those who may have that same type of situation, it's good to come out and support.
All right, when you found out that Chris had MS, was that a condition you're familiar with, or you learned through it, like Jeff just said, when Chris got it?
Yeah, I wasn't too familiar with it. I've heard of it before. I think today I've learned more about it more than anything. Definitely where you can't be as mobile as you've been in the past, especially for an athlete like himself, that's your life, that's your lifestyle, that's your livelihood right there. So, I wish him the best. He's doing a great job by promoting it and bringing awareness to it. It's a good thing.
All right, thank you so much.
I appreciate it.
Wilson Tarpe from My Mind on Sports. I'm here right now with Greg Monroe at Chris Wright's first MS event. What was it that made you feel the need to make sure that you had to be out here?
Well, first of all, me and Chris are pretty close. We played together at Georgetown, so no matter, anything positive like this that he's putting on, I was going to be here regardless. But obviously, it's something that hits very close to home with him. Him in the fight itself. So it's a great event, bringing awareness, try to spread the word to help find a cure.
All right. Well, you didn't get to play, which people are a little bummed out about, but you did get to coach. Almost coach your team to victory. What do you think about Josh's last shot?
It's a great shot. It's a very tough layup. Personally, I thought it was late. We don't have review here, so it's Chris got to make the 2 free throws. It's your event. The game is on the line. You're at the free throw line. You got to make it. It's point blank. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Chris for messing up my coaching debut.
So right now, in charity events, at least in Chris Wright's, in the MS Basketball Jamboree, you're on 1. You get to change that player coach next year?
I would love to play in it. If I'm coaching again, then we got to redeem ourselves. We got to get it.
We got to get back to 500.
Yeah.
Thank you, Greg.
No problem.
Appreciate it, man.
It's Quinn Cook here with the man of the hour, Shelby. Game-winning basket, circuit shot, whatever you want to call it. What was going through your mind at that point in time?
Hit the shot for you. That's what was going through my head. I knew if I'd have missed, you'd have got on me about it, so I had to make sure I made it.
Now, a lot of people don't know this is my big brother. We lived together for 2 years, went to the same high school, 2.5 years, I'm sorry. And, he gives me a lot of advice, about everything. And, what's been going on with you this summer?
Just working. Working, staying on this grind, getting ready for summer league.
And how was the turnout for Chris Wright's event?
Oh, nice turnout. Sorry you had to lose in his home, but that's what happens.
And for those who don't know, tell them your Instagram and Twitter to holler at you.
Instagram is Shelby32. Twitter the same thing. Go ahead and shout me out because I ain't got no followers. Anytime my little brother got more followers than me, that's crazy, so shout me out.
Man, it's Josh Shelby, the man of the hour. Quinn Cook, we out.
Rest in peace, Tate.
Wilson Tarpe from My Mind on Sports. Post game right now, talking with Fuller and Campbell and Chris Matthews. You guys got up here a little bit late, but you guys made it. Big thing here, you guys got in. Fuller, as usual, knocking down a couple jumpers. Chris knocking down a jumper as well. What was it? What made you guys feel the need to make sure you're up here for Chris's first MS event?
Well, it was a great event for a great cause, and whenever somebody's having a great event for a great cause, we're gonna always come and support. We just came from the St. Jude's Children's Hospital event, and whenever people have things in the community that makes the community better, we're always going to be there.
Yeah, same thing, to piggyback off what he said. It's a lot of great DMV players out here, We wanted to come out here, have fun, put on a show for the fans, and I think we did that.
All right. Before hearing about Chris having MS, had you guys ever, had any familiarity with the condition at all?
No, I really never heard of it. Then when I found out he had it, I looked into it and I saw what it was about. And, just see the history and the stuff like that because Chris is a good friend of mine. And like I said, whenever anybody in this area is having anything, I'm going to be there, especially for something like that.
Yeah, this is definitely my first. I didn't even know he had it, We're good friends, But when I found out, I was shocked. But, like I said, he did research on it. When I was overseas, I did research on it as well. When he got drafted to the Mavericks, it was a big issue. So I just wanted to know what it was about, anything, and that was it.
All right, real quick, what'd you guys think about Chris and his 2 free throws? You gotta ask.
It was a lot of pressure. He was in his home gym. I'm just happy he missed. You know what I mean? And Josh Shelby, he just took the game into his hands and make the game winner. So it was fun.
All right, Fuller.
He was scared, man. He was scared, man. He was nervous. I was talking to him. He was scared. It's like, nah, I don't know. I don't know what happened. He usually makes those 2, but I'm glad he missed it because I'm on the opposite team. So
appreciate it, guys.
All right, man. Anytime.
Thank y'all as always, man. Sitting here with Isaiah Tate, Austin Freeman, right after Chris Wright's first MS Jamboree event. You guys, what was the reason that you guys felt like you had to come out here to support Chris?
It's always we're really good friends, but it's always good to just support people and positive things they're doing. You know what I'm saying? And if obviously for a charity event, you had to come out and just show support.
Me and Chris went to school at Georgetown for 4 years. Just something I want to do to come, support his event, and it was for a good cause.
All right, before finding out that Chris had a condition, did you guys know anything about it?
I had no clue. Oh, well, multiple sclerosis. I knew, it was a disease and stuff like that, but I didn't have any clue it could, affect, basketball that much, because Chris had a little setback when he found out. So, he's been battling through it, and it's a good thing.
Honestly, I had no idea until I found out he had it.
I want to thank you guys for, 1, coming out, 2, for the quick interview. Wilson Tarpe here for My Mind on Sports. Post game right now after Chris Wright's first MS Basketball Jamboree. What was it that made you guys feel the need to come out and support Chris tonight?
I just came out because I thought it was for a good cause. I followed Chris' story on ESPN a couple times throughout the season and everything. So, he hit me up and asked me to come out and play, so I just came out and played.
Matt?
Yeah, I mean, I've been knowing Chris for a long time, you know what I'm saying, and I actually have a personal friend that has MS stuff like that in the past, and you know, I mean, it's one of them type of causes like Black said. I mean, if you just call somebody to come out, you know, I'll come out and do it, you know. So I got the phone call, you know what I'm saying, Chris a good dude, it was nothing to do, so just came out to support.
All right, Devontae, like you said, you came out to support Chris. A lot of people kind of bummed out, not NBA players here, but you guys got a chance, kind of got to showcase some of the other talent here in the DMV that some people don't get a chance to see. So how was that, getting a chance to display your skills for everybody?
It was actually cool. I mean, it's not the first time I really got to play with other different pros, but, you know, just to get up and down, just to play in front of everybody that was here, you know, it was cool.
I think for you getting a chance to display your skills in front of everybody, how do you think the event went?
Oh, man, I mean, I think it went good. I think people need to understand that, you know, everybody was supposed to come, but, you know, circumstances with the NBA allowed it not to. And, I mean, you know, really for this area, I mean, every guy you've seen out here today was if they not pros, or they should be pros, or they're the next best thing. You know what I'm saying? So all of us have been playing together since we was kids, man. So.
All right, well, Devontae, Matt, I want to thank you guys very much. But real quick, I've been asking everybody, this is Greg Monroe's question, really. What about Chris's free throws?
Oh, man. I couldn't believe he missed them, man. I thought the game was over.
All right, Matt. I have to ask, it's Greg Monroe's fault.
I don't know. You know what I'm saying? The ball don't go in sometimes, man. That's all I can say.
All right, so you guys coming back for next year? You guys invited to come back next year? You coming back?
Yeah, I come back if I'm here.
Yeah, definitely, man. I mean, anytime we come out with something like this, I'll definitely be here.
All right, thank you guys both.